Welcome to your weekly roar. We break down what actually matters, cut through the noise, and give you something you can use right now. I'm Dustin.
And I'm Brandon.
And today we're getting into one of the biggest ideas we've talked about on this show ever. We're calling it Season X, building the internet's first AI-powered business nation.
That's a big phrase, and we should unpack that carefully because we're not talking about a country in the traditional sense. We're not talking about flags and borders and passports or politics. We're talking about a digital economy, a business nation built around wallets, AI, identity, community, liquidity, launch pads, tokenization, and shared infrastructure.
Exactly. Think about it like this. The internet gave everyone a website, and then social media gave everyone a profile, and crypto gave everyone it could a wallet. Now AI is giving everyone agents, and Season X is about what happens when all of that starts working together.
Because a wallet is not just a place to hold tokens anymore. A wallet can become your identity layer, your access layer, your payment layer, your membership layer, your business layer, and your participation layer.
And when you add AI into that, the whole thing changes. AI can help people build businesses faster, launch brands faster, create content faster, manage communities faster, analyze markets faster, automate workflows faster, and eventually transact with stablecoins and on-chain payment rails. And I'm saying eventually, but we already are making it, doing it. And guys, any of this stuff we're talking about, we've probably already built it. Yes, we did. We built it.
Oh no, we definitely built it. I can't wait to tell everybody.
I know.
So
wait, did you just tell everybody? I think we just told.
We didn't tell them what.
No, not yet.
So if you've ever wondered why Roar keeps talking about wallets, launchpads, stablecoins, NFTs, AI, business in a box, tokenization, and community, this episode is where it all starts to connect.
So Season X is not just another season. It's the bigger map. And let's get into it. So this week's spark is simple. The next internet will not be built only around websites. It'll be built around economies.
That's the shift. For the last 20 years, if you wanted to build something online, you build a website, open social accounts, maybe started an email list, maybe launched a store, and then you tried to drive traffic. And that was the old playbook.
You know, it worked. It worked well. But now the internet is changing. The new playbook is not just how do I get attention? The new playbook is how do I build an economy around my brand, my community, my product, my token, my content, or my business?
And that means the tools have to change. A website's not enough. A social page is not enough. A Discord is not enough. A token by itself is not enough. An AI chat bot by itself is not enough. The future needs connected infrastructure.
Again, that's where Season X comes in. Season X is the idea that Roar can become more than a collection of tools. It can become a connected business nation, a place where people can launch, build, transact, govern, participate, earn, access, and grow. And that's what we've been building to behind the scenes this whole time. That's right. We're not just random weirdos that are nerds, getting excited at each other's code. We're actually building purposefully directed towards an outcome, and we see the future in 10 years, and we've been specifically targeting goals and steps to get there, even when we're not talking about it out loud.
I get excited about your code all the time.
Yeah, man, I do too. My wife is getting a shirt later that says "Talk nerdy to me," right? Because that's what's hot. I'm just saying.
The word nation matters in this conversation, because a nation is not just land. A nation is its people, its shared identity, its shared economy, its shared set of rules, a shared culture, a shared way of participating.
Exactly. And guys, Don't think that big businesses and big data out there hasn't already seen themselves as this. You just didn't get to take part in it because it was all extractive in value, and they're the ones that made the money, success, and the rule, and they're the ones that govern, and you're just some little lackey that had to participate. We in the Web3 world believe everyone all the way out to the fringes should have a part in the community and participate. In a Web3, that can happen online first. The citizenship layer is your wallet. The commerce layer is stablecoins and tokens. The identity layer is wallet-based credentials and access. The business layer is launch pads and business tools. The governance layer is the DAO. The productivity layer is AI, and we built it all.
So our quick take, here's the thing that most people get wrong. They think crypto adoption means people buying more coins. But real adoption means people using crypto rails without having to think about them every second.
Exactly. And that's not just people, but also agents. Agents. And that's the key. The future user may not say, I'm using a smart contract. They may say, hey, I just launched my business. That's real. They may not say, hey, I minted an NFT. They may say, I got a membership pass. You get where this is going. They may not say, I executed an on-chain stablecoin transaction. They may just say, hey, I just paid for this service online. And they may not say, my AI agent used wallet permissions. It's amazing. They may say, hey, my assistant just handled that.
And that is how technology matures. It fades in the background and the outcome comes forward.
And that's why Consensus 2026, again, we're saying it again every week, it matters here. What we walked away with really mattered. The big topics at Consensus were not random. They were stablecoins, tokenization, payments, DeFi, AI, identity, privacy, and policy. That tells us where the market is going. It's going towards usable digital infrastructure.
And Season X lines up with that direction. Because if the market is moving towards tokenized ownership, programmable payments, AI agents, wallet identity, and digital communities, then Roar has the opportunity to bring those pieces together for founders and businesses.
That is the point. That is the point. A business nation is not just about community hype. It's about infrastructure that helps real people do real things. Start a company, launch a token, create an NFT access pass, build a community, raise awareness, use AI, accept payments, receive gifts, manage governance, access services, move liquidity, participate in the ecosystem, fundraise.
And that's why Season X feels different, because it is not just here's the next feature. It is here is the system. Before we get into the next part of this might be a good moment to grab a coffee or a reset for a second, because what we're about to get into goes a layer deeper.
All right, let's go deeper. If Season X is about building an AI-powered business nation, what does that actually require? Well, it requires 5 layers.
Layer 1, identity. Every economy needs identity. Not necessarily the old version where everybody gives away their personal information to every platform, but a Web3 version, wallet-based identity, membership credentials, access rights, reputation, and permissions.
Right. Identity is the foundation because you need to know who can access what. Who is a member? Who is a founder? Who is a holder? Who is a contributor? Who has permission to vote? Who has access to a tool, a portal, a dashboard, a community, or a launchpad? It's all important.
And this connects directly to NFTs. In the old NFT cycle, everyone focused on images. But in Season X, NFTs can become access passes, identity credentials, software keys, membership markers, founder badges, community rights, or even passes. And that's much stronger use case.
Boom. I love that. Layer 2, liquidity. You know, we love talking about this because it's the future. A nation needs money movement. That's where tokens and stablecoins matter. Tokens can represent utility, participation, rewards, governance, or access. Stablecoins can become the operating cash layer for payments, launchpads, subscriptions, settlement, rewards, and AI commerce.
And this is one of the biggest stories in crypto right now. Stablecoins are moving from trading tools to payment infrastructure. And that matters for Roar because an internet business nation cannot run only on volatility. You need stable value for normal activity.
Exactly. If someone is launching a business and they're paying for software, they're funding a campaign, they're joining a community, they're paying an AI agent, or they're settling across borders, they need a predictable unit of account. Stable coins help make crypto usable.
Layer 3, launch infrastructure. A business nation needs a way for new businesses, communities, and projects to be born. That is where Roar's Launchpad vision matters. Token launchpads, NFT launchpads, DAO launchpads, liquidity launchpads, business in a box tools, media and growth tools, wallet onboarding.
We've built all of that. So if you haven't heard about it yet, guess what? Keep listening to this podcast. You will, as well as go check out our website at roar0ar.io and go learn more. We are releasing all of our information right now. So we've built all of those, not one, all. That's what separates a normal platform from an economy. A platform lets users consume, an economy lets users build. Season X should be about helping people build.
I love that. Layer 4 is AI. This is the part that changes everything because most people do not fail online because they lack ideas. They fail because the execution stack is too complicated. Branding is complicated. Websites are complicated. Content is complicated. Legal setup is complicated. Payments are complicated. Community management is complicated. Tokenization is complicated. Marketing is complicated. And compliance is complicated.
It is. It really is. All of it has been super complicated alone. And I just want to say this, after folks have run into us, Consensus and other events, as well as meeting with us for partners and investment or whatever, there's very few folks that walk away not wanting to partner with us in this process because we're using AI to reduce that friction. That's what we're doing. That's the core of it. Imagine a founder coming into the Roar ecosystem and saying, I want to launch a business. In the past, we've said this over and over. What used to take 4 months or gosh, even more than that. Sometimes it can take you 3 to 4 quarters to launch a business fully and get to funding. It can take a year. Now is minutes. It's minutes from idea all the way to getting in front of investors' eyeballs. Minutes with Biz in a Box. Minutes. And we've proven it can be done in 21 minutes. So AI reduces that friction. That founder comes and says, I want to launch a business. AI says, hey, you give me a concept of what that business is. I'm going to help you shape the idea, build the brand, find your voice, find even what you want to look like, sound like. I'm going to get your purpose statement together, your vision together, your mission. Seriously, goes through all of it, creates a website, drafts contents, explains token options, creates a launchpad checklist or a launch checklist, prepares a community messaging, sets up your online banking rails and financials, gives you your DAO governance structure, launches your functional governance utility token, then allows you to import into an ecosystem to launch either NFTs or more if you're going into that world, because some folks are in real estate and they want to fractionalize real estate, and automatically do that, hit a launchpad, go to market and get funded in minutes. Then set up payment flows, guide the founder through what to do next, as well as how to run their business. And then go back to the beginning and it tells you what your next social media posts need to be. Holy wow.
That's not just a chatbot. That is business scaffolding. And that's an AI-powered launch assistant. And eventually, those AI agents can become operational workers inside the ecosystem. They can help monitor campaigns, summarize community feedback, route support issues, analyze wallet activity, recommend next actions, prepare governance updates, help founders understand their numbers.
It's endless. Layer 5, governance and trust. A business nation cannot only be tools and transactions, it needs trust. And that means clear rules, transparent processes, community participation, treasury discipline, smart contract security, user protections, and realistic communication. All of that can be done automatically.
And this is especially important with AI agents and payments, because when AI starts making decisions or moving value, permissions matter. Spending limits matter, audit trails matter, approvals matter, identity matters, security matters.
So that's why the research around AI agent payments is so important right now. What we're really neck deep in. We're constantly working on this. The industry is realizing that agents need payment rails, but those rails have to be safe. It's not enough to say let the AI pay. You need to know what is allowed to pay for, how much it can spend, what proof it provides, and how the transaction is recorded. We love blockchain for that function, for all of that, because we can build in what we call that proof of truth based in ledgered, timestamp, smart contracted solutions that literally gate, control, and direct, as well as identify, privatize, secure those interactions.
That's right. And that's where Roar can be thoughtful. We do not need to chase the wildest version of autonomy. We need to build the trusted version. AI that helps, wallets that protect, stablecoins that settle, launch pads that guide, communities that participate, and governance that creates accountability.
Yes, let me just tell you, so true, especially in the immaturity of some AI models that are out there. You do not want to have your little 6-year-old running around with a credit card on the internet. I'm just saying that's how they act. Let alone your teenager. I'm just saying, let that get a hold of your mind there. It's real. So we are real good about tuning, training, scaffolding, gating, halting, controlling for approval. So let's be honest for a second. Oh, and let me say this, as well as always believing that at the end of the day, the oracle, being a human, matters at every gated interaction. Super crucial. All right, let's be honest for a second. There are a lot of crypto projects that talk about building ecosystems, but many of them are really just token charts with a community chat wrapped around them. And that's true. Season X has to be bigger than that. We've said for the last year, we literally said this last year. We ended the year last year walking away from Cosm event, going through the first this year with how we reimagined and dreamed the Roar Country Club, and going into the fullness of this year with our community, with a lot of things shaking loose, a lot of folks shaking out. This idea that we're not just purely extractive in our approach to crypto, Web3, AI, or any of it, that we've got to add value, which is where builders and creators matter. The culture is built around how much can I give, therefore then get a return, versus how much can I purely extract and take. Has to be bigger than that extraction mindset.
Exactly. A real business nation needs real activity. It needs people launching. It needs people building, people transacting, people joining, people contributing, people earning, people learning, people using the tools.
And we're going to be honest with you. We're building for people right now, and we're also at the same time building for agents without people, because eventually agents will do the searching and finding, and agents will choose for folks and take those steps. So what we have built into our code is a front end that's beautiful and easy to use and interactive for humans, wizarded most of the places. So it's simple and it removes all the friction for you, but we're removing the friction also for AI agents, whether it's already creating concepts that help them find us or use us, and reducing the friction for them to be able to utilize everything we build, because we know that the next 3 billion users that we would love to see come on crypto and blockchain or whatever are going to come from humans, but the next 30 trillion at the same time are going to come from AI. and agents. So we build in that mindset. It's just a little portion of 30 trillion is insane. And guess what? You don't have to advertise on Google or Meta ads or anything else to do that. You just got to know how to make sure they know that you're the Oracle. So, hot seat question is this. If Roar becomes an AI-powered business nation, what role do you want to play in it? Are you a builder, a founder, a member, a creator, an investor, a contributor, a node operator, a community leader, a business owner, a learner? Because Season X is not meant to be watched from the sidelines with extractive behavior. It's meant to be participated in as creators. So, before we land this, take a second and think about how this actually shows up in your world. So, the next piece we're about to get into, we're going to make sure it all starts to connect here.
So let's bring this home. What does Season X actually mean for Roar? It means we are moving from products to a nation-scale vision. Not a political nation, a business nation. A digital-first economy for builders, members, founders, creators, AI agents, and communities. And that
means really, to be honest, guys, the wallet, it becomes the front door before anything else. People need a place to enter. The wallet connects identity, tokens, NFTs, stablecoins, access, rewards, payments, and participation. And that's why wallet adoption matters so much. That's why we started right back at the beginning. Where we start off, we're back there building it right now.
The wallet is not just a crypto app. It's the passport. It's the membership card. It's the payment tool. It's the access key. It's the bridge into the Roar economy. And then the AI becomes the guide.
So the AI, then it becomes that one that guides you through the process, because we want normal people and normal businesses to use Web3. So we can't expect them to understand every technical layer. AI can translate the ecosystem. It can answer questions. It can guide onboarding. It can help founders launch. It can help businesses build. It can help users understand where to go next. We guide it. We guard it. We frame it well.
And then stablecoins, they become the cash layer. This is where liquidity is the new equity, connects directly to Season X. A business nation needs usable money. It needs predictable settlement. It needs the ability to support payments, campaigns, subscriptions, commerce, treasury movement, and AI transactions.
And then NFTs become the access layer, not just JPEGs. Access, membership, identity, founder status, event access, software rights, community participation. And again, let me go a little deeper. In the very, very near future, identity for AI agents, because it will connect to their ability to interact with, digital banking that they can't have agency for, but they can have deferred agency. They can have agency that's been given to them, which we've already built into our solutions as well.
And then launchpads become the creation layer, because the whole point is not just to join Roar. The point is to build inside Roar, is to launch a business, launch a community, launch a token, launch an NFT, launch a DAO, launch a campaign, or launch a new economic idea.
And then governance becomes the voice layer, because a nation without a voice is just a platform. A business nation needs members who can participate, ask questions, vote where appropriate, help shape priorities, and hold that entire ecosystem in that governance, accountability, and function.
And that is the architecture of Season X. Wallet as a passport, AI as a guide, stablecoins as cash, tokens as utility, NFTs as access, launchpads as creation, governance as voice, community as culture.
All right, in 1 minute, here's why this really matters. Season X is about turning Roar from a Web3 ecosystem into a digital business nation, a place where people do not just hold assets, they use them, they launch with them, they build with them, they access services with them, they connect identity with them, they transact with them, they let AI help them be navigated by them.
And this is the bigger shift happening across the market. Consensus 2026 made it clear that crypto is moving into a more serious phase. Stablecoins, tokenization, payments, AI, identity, policy, institutional adoption, real world utility. That is the world Season X is being built for.
So if there's one thing to take from this, it's this. Season X is not about building another crypto platform. It's about building a place where the next generation of internet businesses can live, launch, transact, and grow. And some of those will only exist on the internet.
And that's the Roar line. The future internet will not just have users. It will have citizens of digital economies. And Season X is Roar's move toward becoming one of those economies.
That's why it matters, because the opportunity is not just to build tools. The opportunity is to build the rails for people who create value together. And that's much bigger than all of this.
So when people hear Season X, we want them to understand this is not just another roadmap item. This is the vision phase. This is where the pieces connect. This is where Roar starts looking less like a product stack and more like a business nation.
And if we do it right, the internet's next wave of founders will not just ask, where do I build my website? They'll ask, where do I launch my business? Where do I find my community? Where do I access AI? Where do I raise awareness? Where do I tokenize value? Where do I transact? Where do I belong?
And Roar's answer is simple. You build here.
Because you belong here. That's this week's Roar. If this hit for you, share it with someone who needs to hear it, especially someone who still thinks Web3 is only about charts and speculation.
Because the next phase is bigger than that. It's wallets, it's AI, it's stablecoins, it's tokenization, it's identity, it's launchpads, it's community, it's business.
Be sure to follow our show on the platform you found us on. And if you like our podcast, rate and review it. It helps the value as well as the algorithms that makes us easier to find when you do that. We need your help on it.
And until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and keep moving forward.
This is your weekly Roar.